You ready to do this?
Are you?
Ready as I'm gonna be.
Here we go.
All right. So we're opening a podcast called Towtally Speaking. I'm Amanda Balboa.
I'm Alexis Ramos.
We've been friends for actually not that long, but
Like 4 or 5 years.
we
Four?
feel like soul sisters.
Primas, as we like
Live
to call
the
each
same
other.
life.
Literally. Same people, different fonts.
Yeah. Live that toe life.
Toe life or no life, but you have no life.
Yeah, you absolutely have no life if you're in the towing industry, man. You're just all in. You're all in or you're all out.
Literally. So are we going to talk to them and tell them how we met?
Sure.
It was at the...
Well, we met at a towing gala in
s-
Daytona.
Do we
I
say
think
which
was our-
one?
was
No,
our,
just kidding. I think people can figure it out. And it's funny because my mom and your cousin are best friends here in Miami, and we had no idea.
No clue. My cousin just forgot to mention that her best friend has a towing company in Miami.
And Amanda and I just hit it off, like if nothing.
Yeah. Actually, I knew your sister first.
You did.
Yeah.
You did. And then Amanda and I just connected, and then it's been was it love at first sight? No. We're just attached at the hip. Like, we're always talking to each other. And it's like...
We're always talking that shit.
Yeah, literally. And then I'll look at her location. It's like 7 a.m. She's at work, and I'm like, what are you doing? It's 7 a.m. Amanda works more than I do.
Says the girl doing payroll at like 10 o'clock at night.
Yeah, I think Amanda works more than I do. I call Amanda. She's like, I'm at the window right now. Can I call you back? Meanwhile, I'm just like scrolling.
But anybody in
Instagram.
towing like knows what that means. Yo, I'm at the window. I'll call you back.
Yeah. I don't like working at the window. That's... I hate it. People are mean.
It has its days. Yeah, for sure. We never see people at their best, do we?
I think you have more interesting people than I do.
Really?
I would
think
say
so?
Yeah.
In Daytona?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I would think so. So do you want to tell them how you got into the industry?
I'm second generation. My parents own Aero Service and Towing in Daytona Beach, Florida. They started it from the ground up. It was an unexpected situation, but I'll let you talk to my dad about that later in life.
I gotta go talk to Dad.
Yeah.
That's
his
gonna be
stories are
fun.
good, man.
But like, I'm gonna get it from your parents. But like, how did your dad start the business, or like, how did he get into it? Because I know part of it, and I think it's interesting because my experience is different from yours.
Yeah.
So, how did...
So a long time ago, my dad had a full-service gas station. They did a lot of repairs and stuff like that back when they used to pump your gas for you and check stuff out like that for, just the local people, build relationships with people. Well, he built a relationship with a towing company in town, and he let them charge. So he'd let them get fuel all week, and then they'd pay up on Friday. Well, one Thursday night, my parents are watching the news, and this man's picture comes on the news, and he's going to prison for the RICO Act. And yeah, and a couple other things. I don't remember exactly what the charges are. And so my dad's like, Mom, we're going to be broke. Like, I got to figure something out. So my dad goes to the county jail and was like, what do you got? What do you have in your name that's got some equity in it? What do you have? Guy gave him a tow truck and a handshake. My dad went to the bank and figured it out and started towing my grandma's Buick all over town.
Like, as an ad, like...
Absolutely. He didn't care. If you pulled up to the shop, he'd open the hood, make it look like he was the busiest shop in town. You pulled up, he'd tow your car across town. He's the busiest record service in town.
Was the company always called Aero?
No. I can't remember the exact name. I want to say it was J&M or R&L. Like it was initials, but yeah, they had a red stripe down the side of it. You know, back in the day in the phone book, if you were A, you were up front. So my dad took that stripe, turned it into an arrow, and said, "We're Aero Record Service." So we'd be number one in the phone book because he wasn't paying to repaint a truck either.
Wow.
You know, so
that's very cool. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's making lemonade out of lemons.
Literally.
My dad's a tough guy. He's a hard guy. Came up the hard way, but man, he's a hard worker.
Yeah, and
he made everything from nothing.
Agreed.
Yeah.
I agree.
How about your parents? I know their story's a little similar.
It is similar, not gas station start. My dad had worked as a tow truck driver in the past and got his experience there. And then in '92, he opened Sunshine, and it was just if I recall correctly, it was just roadside service first, and then he got his first tow truck, and he was running it from his apartment at first when he like first got married to my mom, and as my brother, my sister, and I came along, they started growing more. My mom fully came on, and through that, they just kept it growing, and now we are a big company. We have two different operations. We do the Road Rangers, which is a free roadside assistance in the state of Florida for the motoring public. I have a 52 truck fleet on that one. And
that's a lot.
It is a lot.
That's a lot.
It is
that's
a lot.
A lot to pay attention to.
And we have our regular towing division, and it's been fun. Their stories it's very different, and what's cool was watching our home videos and seeing our parents dispatching calls at all times of the day while raising us. That was very interesting. And I know it's very similar because your dad came from Cuba. Was it in the 60s, right? Or 50s. Your dad came from Cuba in the 50s. My dad came from Cuba in the 80s. So it's like very interesting how Amanda and I are very similar, but very different.
Yeah.
Amanda landed in Daytona. I landed in Miami.
And that would make all the difference.
Literally. And our stories are similar, but different. The chaos that comes with it. And it's just, I'm not sure.
It's organized chaos.
Is it really? Do you think it's organized chaos?
Man, I'd like to think so.
I would hope so, but it's not. Like, the things that happen on the day-to-day, you're just like, is this really happening right now?
I love what we do. I can wholeheartedly tell you I love what we do. Good days.
I wouldn't change it for anything.
Like,
I would not change
life.
it. And it's, you and I have had the opportunity because of what we do, like, not just managing our family's business and stuff like that, but we've met friends along the way that are second generation, which I forgot to say I was second generation as well. But we have friends that are second generation, third generations, and like our stories are all similar, being on call 24/7. And like when you hear that phone ring at 2:00 in the morning, you're just like,
it's showtime.
Literally, it's like, I mean, I've gotten interesting phone calls in the middle of the night, and then I've gotten all kinds. And it's just like, okay, let's go. Let's go. Am I going to get dressed? Do I have to run to the office? This is going to be a long day. It's going to be a short. And then, like, you're wide awake wondering how everything's happening. And, like, is the scene okay? Is the scene cleared? And just tracking the progress. So it's like, I'm not going to sleep, am I?
Yeah, there's always that catch-22. There's a hard, do I just get up and go so I know everything's okay? Or do I try to just let people handle what they're supposed to handle?
Yeah.
So I can get some rest, so I can be fully productive the following day. It's hard. It's catch-22 because sometimes calls clear quick.
Yeah.
Sometimes I don't. And then sometimes you're kicking yourself in the butt because you didn't get out and go in the middle of Daytona spring break and start releasing cars, you know. And leave your brother to fend for himself.
Brother is plural for you. And it's funny because Amanda and I have siblings. I have 2 siblings and you have 3. And some are in it, some are not. My siblings are not. I have my brother Austin, who is our podcast producer. He's behind the camera, behind the scenes. Here at 441 Podcast Studios. Check them out. And my sister, she's an attorney, and they want nothing to do with
Thank
it.
God. But we're going to need one day, I'm sure. Thank God.
But I don't blame them. I mean, this is hard, and
bro,
it takes a lot, but when I need them, they'll show up. My sister.
We always say my brother Justin's the smartest out of all of us. He's the smartest sibling for sure.
Like, I call them whenever I need them, and they'll show up eventually. My sister's like, do I have to go?
But she's on her way.
Yeah. But it's very interesting, the family dynamics, how we're similar and like different at the same time.
Yeah, both our families are very strong with family values, though.
Yeah,
You know,
100%.
big time. I say we all have each other's backs, like hardcore, like you said. They're on the way, no matter what. Even if it does nothing to do with work, or if it does have something to do with work, it doesn't matter. They're on the way.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But it's interesting because your siblings call you the adult, and you're actually the baby. You're number 4 of 4.
Yeah.
And
the only girl.
And the only girl. She has 3 older brothers. They'll kick your ass. I think Mickey more than anybody, but you know. He's like,
we'll have to interview him one day.
Yeah. That's going to be an interesting interview. But I'm the oldest out of 3, and my siblings refer to me as a family manager. Besides working, they're like, hey, can you make my appointment to the eye doctor? Can you make my appointment for the dentist? Can you do this for me? And I'm like, sure, let me drop everything that I'm doing, my task like this long, and I'm going to put you right up here.
Yeah, but you do it. You show up. You show
I do.
up for family.
I do. And when my siblings don't get something, my parents are like, you got to talk to the family manager. I'm like, how did that happen? How did
that was supposed to be you guys.
How did I just become in charge of everybody? And it's not like I just don't make appointments for my siblings. I do things for my parents, like their appointments. And I'm like, I guess I am the adult, but in all the best ways. But what I've enjoyed from this is like becoming my own person and not being like, oh, I'm Maggie and Alex's daughter, which are my parents. But that's how I introduce myself, because it's like, I want you to associate who I am, but I am my own person. Mm-hmm. So like when I talk to vendors, they're like, oh, who are you? And I'm like, oh, I'm Maggie and Alex's daughter, Alexis from Sunshine. And they're like, oh my God, I love your parents. And then I'm like, got it. That's them.
Awesome. Yeah.
But like for you, do you say I'm Laura and Al's daughter, or they'll just kind of figure out who you are?
No, I usually just say, hey, I'm Amanda Balboa.
With your professional voice?
Yeah. Thank you for calling Aero Service and Towing.
No, yeah, she sounds like a delight on the phone.
I just say, hi, I'm Amanda Balboa. You know, whatever. If I introduce my parents, they're probably gonna be like, oh man, what do we do? Why is Al Balboa's daughter calling me right now? What do we do? Do we owe them money? Quick, cut her a check.
It's been fun because like you and I were literally born into this. My parents started in 92. I was born 3 years later. So I've literally grown up with it. I've seen the different changes of not just our company, but of the industry in itself. Yeah. We've seen the trucks change. They go bigger. We have newer technology from what we didn't have 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
Heavier equipment.
The
trucks
equipment.
On the road are getting heavier too. Therefore, our towing equipment has to compensate for that.
Yeah.
Even all the way to dispatching. You know, we just talked about it a few minutes ago. We're paperless now. You know, that's not a world my parents could have dreamed of back then. Everything was pen and paper. And even when I started, we were still pen and paper. You know, we would literally write all the calls down on a call sheet. I'd stack them up, and we would manually dispatch our drivers over the radio.
Yeah. When I started, I was a junior in high school, and it's funny because I get the reminder every October on Facebook because my mom took my first day of work.
That's a cool memory to have, though.
And
that's pretty cool.
It's like in the beginning of October, like October 11th or something like that. And I just remember the picture. It's in one of my high school shirts. I'm swiping my badge, and my mom's like, for first day of work. Never left. Actually, I did leave, but I came right back.
That could be a whole episode right there.
Oh, that will be a whole episode. But
working with family gets tough sometimes.
Yeah. I was very hesitant.
Have you ever been fired?
I've tried to quit. And
that was my next question. Have you ever quit?
I'm sure my parents were like, we can't fire her. Maybe they did. I don't know. I haven't asked. I should ask my dad, hey, have you ever thought of firing me? I would fire me. Actually, no, I wouldn't. But I have tried to quit. And my mom's like, no. I was like, oh, okay.
Yes, ma'am.
But
you went right back to work, huh?
Because my thing was I wanted to be a teacher. And she's like, no, I don't think you should be a teacher. I think you have more potential. And she was right. Because now It's not like, hey, you need to go see my parents. They need to talk to you. They come to see me, and like they're like, hey, you need to go see Alexis, and they're like, what did I do? They're like, you need to go see the jefa. Need to go see la niña, and they're like, and you see them like they're tiptoeing, and they just go, hello, or they'll knock very slowly. You asked to see me? I'm like, mm-hmm. And I go, don't worry, you're good. Or if like I have the like hardest, meanest face, they're like, shit. I'm like, have a seat. My drivers, my lovely drivers, they call me Chucky. It's not anything bad. Like, I mean, when I see them doing something, I'll just send them a simple like Chucky sticker, and it's like Chucky doll like this with his head turned, and like they know they did something, and they'll come in my office and be like, am I still in trouble? I said, no, you're not in trouble, but come on. Like, you know that I could see you. I could see you on the GPS. I could see you on the camera. They then decided to get me a Chucky t-shirt and a Chucky doll for my desk. So they even have some of them. It's like 3 drivers. They changed my name to Alexis Chucky. And I'm like, I love that for me. I love that for me. But it's been very interesting going from like starting as data inputting. Well, we first started, my sister and I, my mom would make us go to file for her. Then
that is like the inaugural, you are a female in this towing industry.
Yeah.
That's standing on a stool to reach the filing cabinet.
Oh, no, my mom had, my mom
got me up there too. She's like, let's go file.
My mom had this thing, I don't even know what it's called.
But ABCD?
Yes.
And you had to stick the papers in it. Yeah, absolutely.
She still has it.
Yeah. I'm sure my mom does too, in the archives,
So we use that. My sister uses it because my sister's our filer. She'll come in on the weekends or the days that she's off from her job. And
I'm surprised you don't have PTSD from that, you know what I mean?
She does.
Yeah.
Oh, she does.
That was probably my first job at Arrow, realistically, was filing. That
was my first job. And then when I started in high school, well, we were doing filing and data entry. And my sister and I were like 10, 11 years old. And then when I was in high school, I started I was doing filing. I was learning the dispatch software. We used to use Tracker back in the day. And we used it for quite a bit until recently. I know.
Shade.
And that's how I started learning. And then I switched to our Road Ranger program. And that's what I've been doing since 2013. And I've been doing it for 13 years. So right now I'm their operations manager for that. And 50-something trucks, 52 trucks, over 100 and something employees in just that division alone. It's a lot. And it's changed my perspective just because the towing industry and what I do with the Road Rangers is completely different. It's changed my perspective. It's given a whole respect to the industry because with the towing division, like you go to the calls, they're all different. And I mean, so it's the same thing on the highway. They're all different calls, but when you're standing on that side of the highway and vehicles are passing you at 80 miles an hour, you're just like,
you feel the woof.
You
feel the wind. Like when a tractor trailer passes you, you feel that wind.
You feel the wind. And
it gets your attention if you're not paying attention.
I've been on the highway. Like I've had to help with recoveries for certain things, certain accidents. And being in the lanes blocking or on the shoulder and those cars passing you, like I give kudos to my drivers who do it day in and day out. I can't see myself doing it because it is a very scary job. And we'll talk about that more in future episodes about the move over law and like the importance that it is not just to us and our families and our guys and girls out there.
Yeah. Everybody I work with is like family to us.
Yeah.
I mean, we're still small enough to the point where I personally know every single person that I work with.
Yeah.
I know their families. I know their kids. I know their hobbies and stuff at home. I know their dog names. You know what I mean? Like, we care about our people. And like I said, we're still small enough to where we can have that personal relationship with people. So, to me, if I'm talking about my guys, I'm talking about my family.
Yeah.
And literally my family, because my brothers are out there working, you know, and it's just part of the life we're living right now.
It is. I've been very fortunate that I have had drivers that are still with us. One of my drivers has been there since my sister was maybe a year old. So he's been with us 29 years roughly. I have guys that have been there since 2000, 2001, and they've seen me grow up. So, like, you've seen this toddler, this 5-year-old, 10-year-old, and now they're your boss, and you're like, so now they call me their favorite boss, and they're like, one of my drivers, he's like, where's Miss Maggie? Where's Mr. Alex? I'm like, they're somewhere, but not here. And I just enjoy that part, like seeing and like learning about my drivers and who they are and stuff like that. And some of them I have their wife's number. Like if they're sick and something happens, like I'll text them like, hey, how are they doing? Any updates on their surgery? Whatever is happening. And like I try to make sure I know who they are and things like that because
no, it makes
their
a difference.
family. You
At
talk
the
to
end of the
them.
day, you have to count on them. They have to count on you. You know,
Yeah,
it's a lot. It's a lot of pressure.
it is.
Not a lot of pressure. I shouldn't say it's like pressure. We're not performing surgery, but I gotta
No.
know they got my back, and they gotta know I got their back.
Yeah,
And in all kinds of situations, not just roadside events, just in life.
yeah.
Like I've got your back. We're good. We'll
No,
make it through
100%.
everything in life because life gets hard sometimes, right?
It does.
Towing is hard. You gotta know your people.
It is. And like how I say, Amanda and I are the same people differently, like almost like basically different fonts. Amanda and I are the same but polar opposites. And Amanda will send me pictures of her at a risk recovery, which is for those that are not in Florida, or I don't know if they have similar programs. It's the rapid incident scene clearance, which is when like the heavy trucks get in accidents, like any tractor trailer, things like that. Amanda services that for the state of Florida. And like Amanda will send me pictures of her on scene, like of a tractor trailer that caught on fire that you guys are picking up or anything like that. And I'm like, I can't believe my girl's on the side of the road right now. And I'll just check her location. Is she still there?
Anybody
need
that knows
anything?
anything about wrecks know fire jobs are the worst.
Yeah.
Nobody likes to see a burn job come in.
No. I don't know much about that, but
You come back looking like you rebuilt a motor. You're just covered in soot everywhere.
And smell
all
like
over your face. Yeah, you smell like it for days.
smell like a fire pit.
You can't get rid of it. And then whatever the product was that burned inside, which traditionally it's usually refrigerated units because the reefer will catch on fire. Not always. Sometimes the brakes will catch on fire, but like usually, historically speaking, it'll be a refrigerated unit, and things that need to be refrigerated obviously can't spoil. So then when they catch on fire, you can only imagine what they smell like.
Yeah.
We've had dairy products. We've had fish. We've had meat. We could have a whole episode just on loads that we've recovered, I'm sure.
Yeah.
All the different kinds of products that, goes through the state of Florida.
So, we're both still in the industry 30-something years later. What is it that you do? Like, what is your... I'm not going to go into detail about, like, your day-to-day, but, like, what is it that you do at Arrow?
I don't know. You can't put it into words. There is no words. There's no title.
I-
There's a thing on my desk that says Chaos Coordinator. And
I
it's
have
about
one
the
too.
closest. Are you kidding me?
But it's not on my desk, though. It's
Oh.
in the box still.
Oh,
But I
is it?
have one. It says Chaos Coordinator, but I do have it.
We're the
I just
same.
don't have room.
That's probably the best way to describe it. Honestly.
I agree. Like, people ask me, like, what's your title? I just gave myself the title. I ChatGPT that. I'm like, this is what I do. What would you consider that? Like, what kind of title?
Operations Manager?
Yeah, that's the title I gave myself.
That's the sign Mickey put on my door.
It is.
Remember?
Yes, it is.
All right.
But that's the title I
Mickey's
gave
keeping
myself.
up with ChatGPT.
Be-
This whole
He's-
time
he's
you
with
could have
the
just asked my
times.
brother.
He's with the times. People are like, what do you do? And I'm like, what don't I do? The only thing I don't do is get on the truck and go on the road. I mean, I did once, but not working. I just had to swap out a truck. But I am mostly in the office and stuff like that. And I do most of the day-to-day.
A majority of my days in the office too.
Yeah.
For sure.
But I do more of the day-to-day operations and stuff like that. So I fix schedules. My general manager does the scheduling. I don't like touching that. That's not my thing. Because then they're like, you messed my schedule. I'm like, I didn't do it. Go see him. I did not do that. And just, I guess, like HR stuff, I guess you could say, which is what we do.
Yeah.
But
Deal with payroll, deal with accidents, deal with damage claims, because that's a daily life. Insurance is a whole nightmare. Payroll,
yeah,
HR, dealing with problems at the window that we talked about.
Yeah,
the
dealing with
aforementioned window.
the customers and stuff like that. I don't like doing that.
Yeah.
Then
Deal
it's
with
like
lot inventory. Deal with
I
the
don't have to
trucks, the
deal with
maintenance.
like I said, you and I are in different things. So it's like I do similar stuff, but like my other general manager, he does like the lot and like inventory and stuff like that. But granted, the divisions are separate and stuff like that. And you know, I get questioned like, "Oh, you're the owner?" I said, "Yeah, I am the owner. I'm not. I'm just a little girl."
I never tell anybody I'm the owner.
Really?
Swear to you.
Because they're like,
I learned it
"Oh,
from my parents early on. We don't have our names on our shirts.
oh, I don't have my name on my
We
shirt."
don't. I never tell anybody I'm the owner.
Why?
Because it gives you a back door. So when someone's screaming at me
Mm-hmm.
and they want an answer, and they want an answer from the owner or they want an answer from the manager, I'm like, no problem. Let me go. Let me go check with my manager. It gives you an out. It gives you a minute to step back from the situation and either consult with
Yeah.
somebody else of management, and I also don't love the way it sounds. I don't take whole ownership of it. I didn't create it. I didn't build it. I'm just trying to keep it floating, keep that
True.
family legacy rolling.
I
trying to make sure the third generation has something to come back to.
I only go to the window like when they call for me and they're like, "Oh, we need an owner, we need a manager." They'll call me out and I'm just like literally repeating what they're saying.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
emphasis. Like, have you ever seen the meme of the lady standing in the background like that, like behind someone? Like, yeah, I'm literally having her tell you the same thing I just told you 5 minutes
and
ago.
that's exactly what
And
happens too.
it's
I'm like,
funny
yeah,
because
she's right.
like I'll watch it like from the side and like I see my employees like standing there like I literally just told them that. They just wanted to hear from someone just to repeat the same thing that they don't want to hear.
Yeah.
So that's always fun to do.
We have the girl that predominantly works the front window for us. She's super sweet. One of the smartest kids I've ever had the pleasure of working with. Very smart kid. She's never been in this industry before. And I mean, literally, when I mean kid,
She's green.
she started working for us before she graduated high school.
I have one of those.
And super smart, super pleasant. She looks very young, so people don't really traditionally scream at her.
Mm-hmm.
But she's usually right. And I hear people getting loud with her, and I just come around that corner, and I'm like, dude. And I repeat the same thing that she says, and they're like, all right, we're not getting anywhere. This bitch just walked in. You know what I mean? Like, but she's usually right. I mean, she does her job, and she does it well. Mm-hmm. But sometimes people just need, like, to get reiterated from someone that's got that stonewall face. Like, the answer's not changing.
Yeah.
You know?
I've gotten, "Oh, you're too young to be the owner," or "You're this," or "You're that." And I'm like, I think it's just hard for us per se, like you, not just you and I, but just women in general. Like they cannot imagine a woman being in this industry. Like, no, I need a man. No, you don't. I could tell you that hands down. No, you don't.
I think I must be too confident because I don't traditionally get that.
It's my face.
But I was gonna say maybe because I'm a little older too, or
I mean, you're not that much older.
I know, but I don't know. Maybe I look older than I am. I don't. You know what I mean?
I look like a baby.
Yeah, either that or just the confidence. I don't.
It's just like. Then again, you're in Daytona. I'm in Miami.
That's true.
Different.
Everybody's ready to fight down here.
Yeah.
For like nothing.
Yeah, but it's just like they're. I guess you could say stereotype. Like they're like, no, this is a man's job. You're not supposed to be here. I can see you working in the office, like, but not here releasing cars and stuff like that.
I'm like, you don't want me to go get my dad. Trust me. Oh, nobody want me to go get my dad.
I love.
My dad will be like, you didn't listen to her? Are you serious? Are you serious right now?
I love when my dad's at the shop and one of my like office release clerks called me in to reiterate the same thing, and then I'm like, Dad, I need you to go outside. And he's like, comes in, he's like, what's the problem? I'm like, they want to hear from somebody else that's not a girl. And then he reiterates the same thing, and they're like, oh. I'm like, come on. But
wild.
I hate it.
I have a shared album on my phone. It's called The Impound Chronicles.
Oh, the ones that you sent me from like the window? I love those.
Because we get some interesting characters at the window. It's worth it.
Yeah,
we could probably do a whole episode on stuff that happens at a window, at a tow lot.
Yeah, not at my yard, but at the other one, yeah. But yours are more interesting because you have people coming in crazy ass outfits to go pick up cars. Like that one lady that picked up this car in a bikini. I was like,
it's probably the least offensive thing we saw that week.
Wasn't it bike week or spring break?
Bro, I don't know.
Jesus Christ.
Any given Tuesday, you know what I mean?
I mean, I've had interesting stories, but it's more like things that you find in the car than like the people. I mean, one of the last times I released the car, I went to get the registration out and cockroaches started coming out everywhere. And I was like, I'm not driving this car out. And I'm like, you need to come get your car. I was like, I don't want to burn my clothes when I get out of here. I'm like, and she's like, my car doesn't like, the steering wheel's hard. I'm like, there's enough room. You can get out. I promise you'll be fine. I was like, oh my God, I felt dirty. I was like, I'm never doing this. Mind you, it was late at night and I'm like, oh my God, I want to go home. I was like, this is so gross. Have you ever had one of those?
Yeah, people definitely have all kinds of stuff in their cars. I feel like people look like their cars, if that makes any sense. You never heard like people look like their dogs, or their dogs look like their humans? People are kind of the same way about their cars. If you ever kind of notice, there's like always a running tradition on people just, they look like their cars.
You know what? You're not wrong. My car's
we don't
chaotic.
generally drive them out though. I don't try to get in people's cars really for any reason. But
the thing is that like I have so much trucks in my yard, like I just feel they're just gonna go and hit one of my trucks, and I'm gonna be like, well, there we go.
Yeah.
But
there's a fine line with liability and
yeah.
But then the flip side is everyone's like, well, why were you in my car? And
yeah, that's why
everybody likes to blame the towing company first, ask questions later.
I don't know. I'm excited to do this and like talk more about things that happen to us, and not just us, but like things that happen in the industry, things that Amanda and I go through that are literally similar to each other but different. Getting people on here from the industry, whether it's the second, third generation towers, vendors,
bringing awareness to the causes, the various causes, any kind of legislative things that are passing.
Yeah.
That's a big thing.
Yeah, a big thing. Be part of your state association for those that are in the industry. We have 2 in our state, and we're both a part of them. Mm-hmm. That's what helps you out. I feel like they're the ones that help push things through the state level, and even the county level too. Like we've had help with our associations push things, and when people are saying, oh, this is happening, no one's doing anything, you need to be a part of your towing association and get your voice heard.
If you don't help, right?
Exactly. Like a lot of people complain and they're like, oh, well, this is happening. And I'm like, well, are you a part of your state association? Oh, no, I'm not. I'm like, well, if you don't join, how are we going to know what's happening to you to bring it up if needed to a state level?
Yeah. And we always recommend joining the towing museum. That's always a huge plus. It's a nonprofit towing museum in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Mm-hmm. They've got a lot of great things there. Well, namely, most is the Wall of the Fallen. They honor people that have passed away in the line of duty.
Yeah,
and they contribute back if you've lost someone in your company as well.
So you need to be a member of the towing. You don't, but it's recommended that you are to be a towing museum member, and it's the Survivor Fund benefit. And depending on what level you choose, determines your Survivor Fund benefit. But if you're not part of the museum, they still offer you something.
Yeah, it's like an insurance policy.
It is
a small.
It kind of, but I wouldn't say that per se. But it is. It's something that the towing industry gives back to our towing community and stuff like that. We've been supporters for quite a few years, and I have a driver that's on the wall, and it's hard, and you have to make that phone call. It's so hard. And like actually being impacted by that, like you never want your employee to be on the wall. You don't want anybody to be on the wall. Like that one hurt a lot because he worked for our family for many years, and
sorry, I didn't.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I think everybody needs to know the realities that we face. Like, it's not just, oh, we're stealing your cars, we're doing this and that. Like, we legit
have families that we have to worry about and stuff like that. And you don't want that phone call that an accident happened. And when I think about it, I got woken up by my sister because they tried calling me. My phone fell on the floor. I didn't hear it. And then like I pick up the phone. My sister's calling me. And I just remember getting dressed, running to the yard. I lived back then 8 minutes to the yard. I got there like in 5 or 4 minutes, and it just felt like forever. And we'll talk about the move over law and stuff like that in future episodes, but it does affect not just their families, it affects us. Like sometimes they're with us for a short time, and sometimes they're there more than 20 years. Like he had just made a little bit over 20 years when the accident happened. But, you know, they have this campaign, no more names on the wall. And we try our best to put the best technology in our trucks, the best products to make it safer. And sometimes I feel like it's just not enough. We were granted the red and white lights for the state of Florida for the road rangers. It's made a difference. But not enough. We have our camera systems, the greatest investment we've ever put in our trucks. And
agreed. Same for us.
It doesn't matter if you have the most lights or this and that. It's just
more lights is bad.
Yes, time, it's actually it's a statistic, and it's studied. It the more lights, the more distracting the scene is. That's why like you see these trucks with all these lights, and I'm like, you're overkilling it. Just have your amber lights on. Like, don't drive with your amber lights. Number one, you're not supposed to drive with them, and you see that everybody driving, like they could see that you have a car on. Put your magnetic lights on the truck, on the car you're towing or whatever. You don't need to drive with your amber lights. You take away from people that are working on the roadside that are actually stopped because people are confused. Are they driving, or are they here, or are they there?
And they get immune to it.
Yeah, and that's another thing. People are immune to the amber lights. So
not only that, I want to say people just don't know about the move over law, but at this point it's been advertised for so long. People know about it. The problem is that I just think people don't care. They don't want to be inconvenienced. They've got to get to where they are going, and they just got to go, and it doesn't even register to them because the average person isn't connected with the towing industry and doesn't think about it.
I want to say that it's not inconvenience. I think they're ignorant. It's not inconvenience. They're ignorant, and they choose not to. Like,
because they want to get to where they're going.
Yeah, it's
they are a priority.
And I believe it's part now of to get your license, like the study guide about the move over law, but it's not enforced. And
it's on the back of your registration on your Florida vehicle.
Oh, it is, yeah.
Yeah, Florida vehicle registration has information
but
on the back.
But do you look at the back of your registration? Because I don't.
I guess I did because I know it's there.
I know it's there, but like I have so many registrations. But I know it's back there, but it's just like in the back of my head, like I'm SpongeBob going through my filing cabinets on my brain. I know it's there. You said it. I'm like, oh yeah, she's right. But no one goes through it. People laminate their registration, then they'll fold it in half. And you don't see the move over law on the back. And I think it needs to be enforced more. I think it needs to be promoted more. We have our Mr. Wonderful, Jim Jennings, that has
Mr. Wonderful.
That's our guy. We're going to bring him on our podcast. That's our guy.
We have to.
That is our guy.
He has been our number one supporter
since day one. We worked with him
long before we even thought of podcast dreams.
Yeah. He has Towers with a Heart, and he has a big move over law golf tournament that he does every year, and we are proud supporters of it. Sunshine Towing is proud supporters of Towers with a Heart and the move over campaign, just because it needs to be promoted more. Like, we need to say, hey, whenever you see an emergency vehicle with their lights on, whether it's cops, FHP, road rangers, tow truck drivers, you need to slow down either 20 miles below the posted speed limit or move over a lane. Don't ride that lane and be like, oh, I got to move now. And it happens all the time. Like, if I see blue lights all the way in the back, I start switching. And then I'm like looking at my side mirror. I'm like,
do the people plan on moving? And I'm just waiting for a cop to pull them over and be like, you over there. I'm just waiting for that. But
It's hard. They're busy dealing with that scene.
yeah, but like
Short-handed.
sometimes they'll do staged events like to see who moves over and stuff like that.
That's a South Florida thing.
Really?
They don't stage nothing with us.
Yeah, we'll do like they'll do when it's the move over week or National Responder Safety Week, like they'll do move over campaigns and have a trooper there to see who moves over for a trooper.
That's cool. That's
yeah,
really cool.
it's very cool. I'm excited. This is gonna be fun. We're gonna be crying sometimes. We're gonna be laughing. We're gonna be talking a lot of crap.
Yeah.
I wouldn't. Yeah. I can't wait to bring other people on here and hear their side of like how they got in the industry or what they do in the industry.
Everything, everybody.
I can't wait to
Right?
interview Dad.
Oof.
That'll be fun.
I can't wait for you to interview my dad.
That's gonna be great.
I can't wait to interview your dad. He and I jive a lot. We get going talking about towing, and Alexis is like, "Bye, guys."
I do. I'm like, I'm out. This has been great.
Yeah.
Nice talking to you. But
the long lost uncle I never knew I needed.
literally. But it's funny because when I hear that phone ring and you're like, "You're a record star," I'm like, "Okay, bye."
Is that tow life?
Tow life or no life. But if you made it
We're
this
all in.
far, welcome to the chaos. You're gonna have so much fun watching us. This is just the beginning of Towtally Speaking.
We hope you're all in with us
I hope
all
so.
the way.
It'll be fun.
Yeah. Check us out. Follow us.
Instagram,
Facebook.
YouTube.
The whole nine, man. We got it.
We're gonna be everywhere. I think. I hope
And
so.
we have a great producer. So
Number one, shout out to our fans that are sitting here watching us. Our number one supporters. Couldn't do it without them. They got us dinner.
and our families for getting us this far.
Did they get us? No, I'm just kidding. Yeah, they did. They
They
did.
provided us life.
If it wasn't for them, we wouldn't be here.
If it wasn't
You
for
and
our
I-
parents, we'd have nothing to talk about. We wouldn't even know each other.
Yeah,
Think about that. Chicken or the egg.
you're right.
All right.
See you in the next one.
See you soon.